forget the name of the people, but the Otopames, this is a group that is divided in two. Okay? The first group, we call them Otomíes. Okay? They are from the central part of Mexico. Okay? But if you get together, the words are Otopames.
Otopames, okay.
I have to tell you this, ladies, because many visitors I have here, day per day, they are still thinking that these constructions were made by the Aztecs. Okay? But don't forget, this is not Aztec. Okay?
Okay.
But the people, they confuse us so much with the Aztecs because they were living in Mexico City. But look, ladies, we are going to start in the Pyramide of the Moon. Remember, this is the second biggest construction. Okay?
Yeah. The first one is the one of the sun.
Pyramid of the Sun. That one is the biggest one.
To do some exploration inside, or?
Yeah, what happens in the tunnels, also they made ceremonies, rituals, okay? For instance, when the high society also, they were about to die, because for instance, the tunnel, it was occupied to bury the people. Because also in the inside of the tunnel of the Pyramid of the Sun, the archaeologists, they found skeletons of human beings and also animals, like jaguars, eagles, owls, doggies, wolves. Also containers made of clay, ceramic, and jewelry like earrings, necklaces, bracelets made of obsidian, turquoise, jade, malachite. What happens, the creation of the tunnels, it was to make the representation of the underworld. Okay? For instance, here, in Mexico, we have a word, is Mictlān. Mictlān in English means is the place of the dead ones. Okay. In this pyramid, archaeologists, they have not found already a tunnel, but it's only in the Pyramid of the Sun.
Okay.
But the archaeologists, of course, if they continue making explorations, they say probably also this one, it has a tunnel. Imagine if they found a tunnel, that means they are connected.
Oh, yeah.
But underground, imagine there can be like ways like this. But probably more in the future if they make explorations, but we are going to know. That pyramid, we call it Pyramid of the Moon, because also the Aztecs, they realize here in the night, when it's about to get dark, here in Teotihuacan, the rise of the moon is possible to see it behind Pyramid of the Moon. Behind. I mean in the east. In the north. Okay? So, the rise of the moon, it begins in the north, and it's going to make this and it's going to fall in the south. It's just for the astronomical position, because the moon is going to follow the pyramid every night, like this.
So the name was given by the Aztecs?
By the Aztecs, yes.
Okay. Not by the
Otopames. But the same happens with the Pyramid of the Sun. Also here, when it's about to get light, the sunrise, it's possible to see it over there, in the east. But the sunset is going to fall in the west. So if you pay attention also, look, the sun is going to follow the same position of the pyramid. But every day is like this, sunrise, sunset. The real space of Teotihuacan, ladies, remember, it was all of this. This is the sun, this is the moon. But also Teotihuacan, it's also known like the Red City. But remember, ladies, also the archaeologists, they already know what kind of constructions we have over here, because also in these lands, they place like X-ray machines. We are talking about, but the whole population here in the city, it was of 200,000 inhabitants.
Quite a lot, yeah.
It's so huge, if you see, population. But for instance, Teotihuacan was considered like the sixth city, biggest in all the world.
Because I heard about
Tenochtitlán. Yes. We have the cathedral.
Yeah.
Beside, we have the ruins.
Yes.
That is made by the Aztecs.
But there it's very destroyed.
What happened? The Europeans, with the Spanish army, when they came, they destroyed all the constructions made by the Aztecs.
Yeah.
And also with the same stone of the pyramids, they made the cathedral. Yeah, because also remember the Spanish people and the Europeans, they wanted to bring the religion. A basement is a construction that supports another one on the top. Okay? So the houses, they were on the top of this originally. You were not going to see them anymore because of explosions. So this one, it has a rectangular shape. Okay, I will tell you now, but Pyramide of the Sun is in that one, in the volume, in the stand, is totally symmetric.
Okay.
Pyramide of the Sun is 225 meters per second. But in the case of the moon, it's not symmetric.
Vraiment, prenez des guides les gens. Prenez des guides, là on va faire un test. Il m'a dit apparemment il va murmurer quelque chose.
Oui, donc je disais qu'apparemment, enfin c'est pas apparemment, en gros, ce qu'on voulait faire le test, c'est que lui, il était sur la place qui est au milieu et il chuchotait. Par exemple, il m'a dit ouais, lève la main droite, lève le pied gauche. Il me chuchotait ça et moi qui étais minimum à 100 mètres de lui, j'arrivais à entendre ce qu'il disait. Au début, j'y croyais pas, mais en vrai, bah, ça a marché. Et c'est ça le test que j'ai fait. Là, vous pouvez pas entendre parce que il y avait trop de vent. Il y avait vraiment trop de vent, mais ça marche. Donc voilà. En tout cas, comme je disais précédemment, je vous recommande vraiment de prendre un guide pour aller sur les sites archéologiques parce que vous n'avez pas forcément des panneaux explicatifs. Et au moins là, on a pu vivre vraiment l'expérience de Teotihuacan. Et j'espère en tout cas que cette vidéo vous plaît. N'hésitez pas à commenter, liker, partager. Ça me donne beaucoup de force, surtout dans les moments où j'ai pas forcément la motivation de monter mes vidéos. Voilà, je vous laisse avec la suite.
Imagine on the top of this, the important people is speaking. Not here, like 1,000 people or 14,000 people watching and listening everything. Also pay attention on the wall areas, but it's still painted in red. Many people in the beginning, they don't believe me that the city was painted in red. And when I show these buildings to them, they say, oh yeah, it's true. But for instance, this one was like a beautiful temple.
It's quite little.
Yeah.
But tall people like me.
Especially for the Europeans, that they are stone,
Yeah.
they pass like this. Also something important I have to tell you about these buildings, and I have not told you this yet, but Teotihuacan now, it has been restored. All these constructions that you see, they have a restoration. Pay attention in this concrete, and pay attention in the little stones. So when you see this and this in any building of Teotihuacan, that means it has been restored.
Because before it was just stones.
Remember also, the ancestors, they had a construction like this, but after they added another material, is stucco. It was to make a flat construction. And finally, they painted in red. Most of these volcanic stones were found on the ground because the original concrete was damaging. So they used a new one, and they began to stick every single stone in its place. To make the original concrete, my ancestors, they combined, it was limestone, okay, water, and the slime of the cactus. But they combined all of this very well, and they obtained the concrete. The animal that you are going to see over here is a parakeet. It's a green bird, okay? We can see them mainly in the forest. If you pay attention to the animal, ladies, for instance, pay attention on the beak, but in the beak, that green thing that you see is water. It's coming out water. You see? Look, this is the water. But look, it's falling into a corn flower. The yellow plant that you see is corn.
Okay.
So that one was the main food for the people from here by the Otopames. Okay, but if you see, this is a procession. It's repeated everywhere. The green circles that you see over there are droplets of water. It's completely worth it to see this type of buildings because it's possible to see the original colors. Pay attention also in that symbol. It's original also. But the name of this one is Quincunce. Quincunce in English means are the 4 cardinal points: north, south, east, west, and in the middle, the central part of the universe. Here in Mesoamerica, there are quincunces from 10,000 years ago. For instance, to make the yellow color, also they use the corn flour, but they combine this with another mineral, is lepidocrosite. Also these paintings, the same colors, we are going to see them in the painting of the puma I told you. Do you remember the instrument? The concha?
Yes.
That one is still authentic, also that one, also with volcanic stones. This one was an important temple also. Imagine here in the inside, a priest, and many people over here worshipping something. For instance, also in the inside over here, the archaeologists, they found incense, okay, flowers. So this demonstrates that this place was used for a worship place.